Radiant heat lamps are one potential solution. The Infratech IRP-H12 is a UL-listed infrared heat panel with a splash-tested design, providing focused heat distribution. The Heatwave HWS-60 is a UL-listed radiant heat lamp with sealed housing for splash resistance, offering adjustable heat intensity. The Sunwave Optima is a UL-listed infrared heater with adjustable temperature settings and a splash-tested design. Another option is to consider combination heat and light fixtures. The Panasonic FV-32 Voron is a UL-listed 3-in-1 ceiling light heater and ventilator. It provides heat, light, and ventilation options. The Braun-Newton 480 is a UL-listed 2-in-1 ceiling light and heater. It offers adjustable heat settings and a moisture-resistant design. These products can be purchased online from retailers such as Amazon, Home Depot, and Lowe's. It is recommended to consult with a licensed electrician to ensure proper installation. Ensure the heater is rated for the size of the shower. Consider the location of the heater to prevent direct contact with water. Install a GFCI outlet for added safety. Regular maintenance is required to clean the heater and maintain its functionality. When selecting a heater, several factors should be considered. Firstly, confirm that the heater is specifically UL listed for use in a wet environment like a shower. This ensures it has been tested and meets safety standards for water exposure. Secondly, verify the heater's wattage and heating capacity. It should be appropriately sized for the shower's dimensions, roughly 6 feet long and 7 feet high, to provide adequate warmth without being excessive. Thirdly, assess the heater's control options. Adjustable heat settings can allow for personalized comfort levels, accommodating the child's specific needs. Furthermore, look for features like automatic shut-off timers to prevent overheating or accidental operation for extended periods. In terms of installation, firstly, ensure the heater is installed by a qualified electrician who is familiar with local electrical codes and safety regulations. Secondly, position the heater strategically to provide even heat distribution throughout the shower area, avoiding direct contact with water spray from the handheld shower unit. Thirdly, confirm that the heater is properly grounded and connected to a GFCI protected circuit to minimize the risk of electrical shock. Regular maintenance is crucial for ensuring the heater's continued safe and effective operation. Firstly, periodically inspect the heater for any signs of damage, such as cracks, frayed wires, or loose connections. Secondly, clean the heater's surfaces regularly to remove dust, debris, or mineral buildup that could affect its performance or safety. Thirdly, replace any worn or damaged components promptly, following the manufacturer's instructions and using only approved replacement parts. The location of the heater within the shower is critical for safety and effectiveness. Firstly, avoid installing the heater directly above the shower area where it could be exposed to constant water spray. Secondly, maintain a safe distance between the heater and any flammable materials such as shower curtains or towels. Thirdly, consider the child's reach and mobility when positioning the heater to prevent accidental contact or burns. Additional safety features to consider include firstly, a thermal cut-off switch that automatically shuts off the heater if it overheats, preventing potential fire hazards. Secondly, a splash-proof or waterproof enclosure that protects the heater's electrical components from water damage. Thirdly, a child-proof lock or cover that prevents unauthorized access or tampering with the heater's controls. When selecting a combination heat and light fixture, firstly, ensure that the light is also UL listed for wet locations and provides adequate illumination for the shower area. Secondly, consider the type of light bulb used, opting for energy-efficient LED bulbs that produce less heat and last longer. Thirdly, check the fixture's noise level, especially if it includes a ventilation fan, to ensure it doesn't create excessive noise during operation. For the electrical aspects of the installation, firstly, ensure that the existing electrical circuit is adequately sized to handle the heater's wattage without overloading the circuit. Secondly, use appropriately sized wiring and connectors that are rated for the heater's amperage and voltage. Thirdly, install a dedicated GFCI outlet for the heater to provide additional protection against electrical shock. Regarding the GFCI outlet, it should be tested regularly to ensure it is functioning properly. Press the test button on the GFCI outlet to trip the circuit. The reset button should then be pressed to restore power. If the GFCI outlet does not trip when tested, it should be replaced immediately. Furthermore, when choosing a radiant heat lamp, consider the type of infrared technology it uses. Firstly, short-wave infrared lamps provide intense heat that is felt almost instantly but can be too intense for prolonged exposure. Secondly, medium-wave infrared lamps provide a more gentle and even heat distribution, making them suitable for longer periods of use. Thirdly, far-infrared lamps provide a subtle and penetrating heat that warms objects and surfaces rather than the air itself, which can be beneficial for individuals with sensitive skin. The size of the shower is a critical factor in determining the appropriate heating capacity. Firstly, for smaller shower enclosure, a low wattage heater may be sufficient to provide adequate warmth. Secondly, for a larger shower enclosure, a higher wattage heater may be necessary to compensate for the increased volume of space. Thirdly, consider the shower's insulation and ventilation when determining the heater's wattage. Fully insulated showers may require a more powerful heater to maintain a comfortable temperature. The handheld shower unit used during the assisted bathing process can create a significant amount of water spray, so it's essential to choose a heater that is specifically designed to withstand such conditions. Firstly, look for heaters with a splash-proof or waterproof rating that indicates they have been tested and certified to resist water damage. Secondly, position the heater away from the direct spray of the handheld shower unit to minimize its exposure to water. Thirdly, consider installing a shower curtain or screen to further protect the heater from water spray. Furthermore, the child's age and physical abilities should be taken into consideration when selecting and installing a heater. Firstly, ensure that the heater's controls are easily accessible and operable by the child or their caregiver. Secondly, choose a heater with a low surface temperature to minimize the risk of burns if the child accidentally touches it. Thirdly, consider installing a grab bar or other assistive device near the heater to provide additional support and stability for the child. The presence of an existing exhaust fan is a significant advantage, as it helps to remove moisture and humidity from the shower area, preventing mold and mildew growth. Firstly, ensure that the exhaust fan is properly sized for the shower's dimensions and is operating effectively. Secondly, consider upgrading the exhaust fan to a model with a higher CFM rating for improved ventilation. Thirdly, clean the exhaust fan regularly to remove dust and debris that can impair its performance. Finally, consulting with a qualified building inspector is essential to ensure that the heater installation complies with all applicable local codes and regulations. Firstly, provide the inspector with detailed information about the heater's specifications, including its UL listing, wattage, and installation instructions. Secondly, obtain any necessary permits before beginning the installation process. Thirdly, schedule an inspection after the installation is complete to verify that it meets all safety requirements. Remember to check the heater's warranty and return policy before purchasing it. This will protect you in case of any defects or malfunctions.